And an or, okay, and just for a refresher, is this open or closed? Sire, you need to move?
Open.
Okay. It is closed. And that one is open. Okay, what does an and look like? Yeah, it's together, okay? So you might have one or both open, or one closed, or both closed, okay? And or obviously looks like they're both pointed out. Okay, and so that's the difference between those. Okay, so if we look at number one, okay, and there's really two equations going on up here. What needs to happen to this first one? Divide by 5, okay? So negative 10 divided by negative 5. I'm going to write mine down here. Okay, why do we have to flip the sign? Yeah, because the 5's a negative, okay? So that's going to give me a positive 2. Oh, Brendan, it's Friday. Get your sheet. Get your sheet. It's Friday. Okay, and then I'm going to v minus 4. And that 2, okay? And so what needs done?
Plus 4.
Plus 4 on both sides. Okay, and so that's gonna give me 6. I did grade your guys' from yesterday. Most of you guys are getting the and, the or, you're getting all the stuff right. The only thing that I could see that was wrong, you guys need to use a calculator, okay? When you're dealing with positives and negatives and dividing and stuff like that, that was the only, like you did all the steps right, but you didn't use a calculator, and so the math that you thought in your head was not the correct math. Okay, so on the 2, is that gonna be open or closed? Closed. What about the 6? Open. Okay, does this one say and or or? Or, so should it be pointed in or out? Out. Okay, so they're both going to be pointed out away from each other. So it's going to look like this. Okay, number 3. What needs done to the first one? Divide. We're going to divide by 10. Do we need to flip our sign? No. Okay, the 10 is not negative, so we don't need to flip. So we're going to get a negative 9. Okay, what about the second one? What needs done? Times 3 on both sides. And so I'm going to get 0 times 3 is still 0. I almost said 3. Okay, on the negative 9, is that going to be open or closed? Open. Okay, what about the 0? Open. Okay, is this a and or or? Or. Okay, so they're going to be pointed in or out? Out. Out. Okay, number 5, what needs done? Minus 9. Okay, so minus 9, and I'm just squishing mine in here, but what is 16 minus 9? And this is where one of the, like I tell you guys to use a calculator, okay?
7.
Is 7. Okay, and some of you guys are just making simple math mistakes. Like literally everything else is right, but that part. Okay, what about the other one? What needs done? Divide by negative 6. Do we need to flip?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, now, so now it's going to be going this way, okay? And 0 divided by negative 6 is still 0, but you do need to flip, otherwise your lines are not going to be going in the correct direction, okay? On the 7, is that going to be open or closed? Closed. Okay, what about the 0? Open. Okay, is this an and or an or? Or, so is it going to be pointed in or out? Out. Okay, you guys can cross off 7 and 8, because I forgot that those aren't. And let me look. 10 and 11.
Cross them out.
Yeah. 7, 8, 10, and 11. Okay, look at number 9. Now, not much has changed except for now we're getting to two-step. Okay, so I'm gonna write this one down. Okay, for this first one, and this is what we've been talking about. Who's the third wheel? The 3. How do I move that? How do I move the third wheel?
Plus 3.
Close. So it is always going to be plus or minus.
Plus the 12.
So no. So you were right with the 3, but it's just going to be minus. So if there's no sign in front of here, it's an actual like imaginary plus sign. Okay. So we're going to minus the 3. Okay. And so I have negative 9r. What is 12 minus 3? 9. Okay, and then what needs done? Divide by negative 9. And yes, we do need to flip the sign because this 9 here on the bottom is negative. Okay, so it's going to be negative 1. Okay, what about for the other equation there? Who's the third wheel? Okay, be more specific. The positive 10 without the r. Okay, so we're going to say minus 10, minus 10. So I got negative 10r. What is negative 90 minus 10? We leave that crap, please. Negative 90 minus 10. It's going to be negative 100. Okay, and then what needs done? How do we break up that couple? Divide by negative 10. And we do need to flip the sign because why? What's a negative though? The 10. Okay. Okay, so on the negative 1, open or closed? Closed. What about the 10? It's going to be open. Okay, is this going to an and or an or? It is an or. So is it going to be pointed in or out? Out. Can I scroll? I'm gonna go with yeah then. Okay, 13. Got negative 7a minus 9. Who is the third wheel? 9. The 9. How do I move on minus 9? Plus 9. Okay, and again, make sure you're using a calculator, okay? We're dealing with positives and negatives, so it just can't hurt to double check it. Okay, negative 44 plus 9.
Negative 35.
Negative 35. Okay, then how do we break up that couple? Divide. Okay, do I need to flip the sign? Yes, why? Yeah, because that 7 is negative. And what is this, 5? Okay, for the other one, who's the third wheel? The negative 10. How do I move a minus 10?
Plus 10.
Plus 10. Okay, so I got 8A minus 10. You said add 10? Okay. Okay, what is 46 plus 10? 56? That's fine. Leave the door cracked. Okay, how do I break up that couple? Divide. Do I need to flip? No. Okay, what is 56 divided by 8?
7.
Okay, on the 5, is it open or closed? Closed. Okay, what about the 7? Open. Is this an and or an or? It's and, so is it gonna be pointed in or out? In. Okay, 15. I got 5A minus 2 and a 13. Okay, who's the third wheel? 2. How do I move a minus 2? Add 2. Okay, so I'm going to get 5A and a 15.
Divide by 5,
Divide by 5.
and that's 2.
Hmm?
2, right?
No, that's 3.
This thing. I knew you knew.
Yeah,
But
I'm just tweaking.
I know you would.
Yeah, that's 10. I'm tweaking.
I know. 10A. Minus 1, and then I got a 99. Who's the third wheel? A negative 1. Okay, 99 plus 1 is 100. Okay, and then we're going to divide by 10. Do I need to flip? No. Okay, on the 3, it's going to be open, and the 10 is going to be closed. Should these be pointed in or out? In. Okay, and then can you all take a second and look at number 8 on the front, even though we're not doing it? Okay, it's not the only one like that. You could even look at like 6. Okay, and I'll go back to this if we're not done, but somebody asked me yesterday, okay, so if this is 0 and this is 4, what is this? If this is 0 and this is 4, then that has to be 2. Okay, so then what is in between those? 3 or 1. Okay, you can put your dot here. Okay, if you have a 1, it can go there. Okay, if you have a 2 or 4, 6, you can put an open on your 6. Okay, just because it's not labeled. But are we allowed to do this? No. Okay, if you have to extend your graph, that means your answer is wrong. Okay, but you can go in between. It's still on the graph, but sometimes they skip, which is totally fine. Okay, and then just so I know,